In this installment, we're going to be going over the NBA picks for Friday, January 30th. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to bring you the winning ingredients for our January 30th NBA pick slate. But before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsTouchSD. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91, and don't forget about that Patreon. Right now at the homepage of the YouTube channel, currently at 10.3 thousand subscribers. This is the road to 20K, and we're well on our way because you guys are showing up each and every single day. If you are subscribed, continue to like and comment. That helps the YouTube algorithm so you can grow to a much broader audience. All right, now going over our previous video here. We dropped it midday, still got decent numbers there. We can't so far. Right now we're 1-2. We're waiting on the Dallas Mavericks +5. Right now they are up by 2. It was a huge comeback. Still 9 minutes left in that game, and they're waiting on the Nuggets as well. Just to get the money line. It's going to come down to the wire here against the Nets. We'll see how that goes. And we also had the Suns. The Pistons. Pistons, we'll see what happens in that fourth quarter. They're going to need a major comeback. Dylan Brooks has gone crazy on them, but if that happens, we get that one loss, and then the 2 wins. That's 3-3 for the video. That's a solid. That's we at least in at 500. That's the goal right there, at least to get to 500. If not, our main goal is to go well over 500, and that's what we're going to try to do in this one here. In Delta Center here, we have the Utah Jazz 15-33. Nets are 12-33. Looking at the current odds for this one, Jazz slight home favorites -150. Come back at the Nets at a +125. Spread is at a 3.5, and total is at 228.5. Looking at this matchup right here, Nets were waiting on the decision of them in the Nuggets. It's coming down to the fourth quarter. Utah Jazz here coming off a 4-game losing streak. Nets are right now 6-game losing streak. We'll see if it's 7 going into this Utah game. All right, they already played earlier in the season, and that was a blowout win by the Utah Jazz in Brooklyn by 13 points. This one is going to be back into Utah. All right, so when we're looking at these two teams, we need to wait on injury news about the Brooklyn Nets. Cam Thomas, Igor Dimon, and Zaire Williams here. Injury management probably means they're going to be back in this game. Okay, that would obviously be a positive sign. Utah Jazz on the other end are pretty healthy. They're going to have Keontae George. They're going to have Luke Markkanen. Obviously, Ace Bailey has stepped up. This is a young, fiery team here. High pace offense. They're shockingly number 3 in the league in pace and in offensive rating. They're not too far behind at 15th as well. So very impressive what they've done, despite the fact they struggled so much. They have some big wins over some big teams. All right, they can shock a team, but this is the Brooklyn Nets here. This is a team that they most likely can handle. All right, this is going to be definitely a high scoring environment, like I said, with the pace. Utah top 3 in the league. Offensive rating, Utah's middle of the pack, and in the defensive rating here, we're looking at the Nets as one of the bottom feeders and Utah Jazz. So definitely easy opportunities for both sides. We got the pace for the Utah Jazz as well to contribute to this. I like the over 228.5 as the secondary play. Main play, I'll be taking Jazz on the money line. In Capital One Arena here, we have the Washington Wizards 12-34 going up against the LA Lakers 28-18. Looking at this matchup here, Lakers big road favorites -325. Comeback of the Wizards at a +260. Total at 229.5, and then spread is at 8.5. Looking at the public bet percentage here, 89% of the bets, 69% of the money on the side of the Lakers. For the total, 66% of the bets, 64% of the money towards the over 229.5. And for the spread, no information as of right now on that one. Wizards coming off a pretty impressive win against the Bucks. I told you the Bucks suck, and yet again they lose a game. Wizards win by 10 points against the Bucks here, and they're on a 2-game winning streak. Lakers shockingly got embarrassed against Cleveland. I think that this is a definitely a bounce back spot in this particular game here. Lakers should take full advantage of the Washington Wizards and score a bunch of points. We do have question marks injury wise. We're waiting on Luka Doncic. He did get a little bit hampered with his ankle in the previous game. We have to wait on him. He's currently questionable. Positive news, Austin Reeves was upgraded to questionable, so he might play in this one as well. So we could get a full healthy cast of characters here for the Lakers with LeBron, Doncic, and Reeves. If we get all three of those guys, I really like the Lakers team total over. I like the Lakers to cover this number, and I like the total over 229.5, especially after this Wizards game against the Bucks that went under. I think this one here against the Lakers goes over. So top play over 229.5, Lakers team total over, and then Lakers to cover. You'll see all three posted for this one. In TD Garden here, we have the Boston Celtics 29-18 going against the Sacramento Kings 12-37. Looking at this, odds here, Celtics solidified home favorites minus 625, coming back with the Kings with a plus 450, total at 223.5, and spread is at 11.5. Another huge spread here for the Kings. Kings coming off a tough loss. They almost beat the Philadelphia 76ers, lost by 2, a game-winning shot by Tyrese Maxey, and now they're going over to Boston here in this matchup, but another large spread. But we have injury news. But before we get to that, public bet percentage, all right now we got for the money line, 90% of the bets, 71% of the money on the side of Boston. The data for the total and spread is not available yet because of the injury to the Celtics and Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown is looking like he is going to be unlikely to play for Friday, as you can see right here, as he deals with multiple injuries. So this is going to be Pritchard, Derek White, and Anthony Simon. So definitely they could put together a solid performance and blow out this team. We do have to wait on news for the Kings with Russell Westbrook. He did miss the first game of the back-to-back against Philly. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to play in this one. Wait on and see about him. That could definitely help them as well. Kings are on a long losing streak, and obviously that win should be around the corner pretty soon. You got a spot against a hampered Boston Celtics team that you can take advantage of. They only lost to them last time by 14, and now this is going to be without Jaylen Brown. That is a factor here. I think the value is on the spread. All right, get the spread now before it drops. I'll take the plus 11.5 for the Sacramento Kings here. For the total, I would lean towards the over, but I'm more on the side of the Kings and the points. In Smoothie King Center here, we have the Pelicans 12-37 going against the Grizzlies 18-27. We have the current odds. Pelicans home favorites minus 145. Come back on the money line of the Grizzlies plus 120. Total at 233.5, and spread is at 2.5. Public bet percentage, 68% of the bets on the side of the Pelicans and 54% of the money. For the total, 64% of the bets and money towards the over 233. And for the spread, 55% of the bets, 57% of the money towards the Pelicans to cover the 2.5 as well. Now, these two teams are definitely familiar with each other. They've already played 3 times already, 2-1, going towards the Memphis Grizzlies, and that's with Ja and without Ja Morant as well. All right, so Grizzlies are on a little bit of a rough patch, 4-game losing streak, and they just lost to the Pelicans a couple games ago. Similar to the situation where we had with the Rockets and Spurs. Spurs lost to the Rockets, faced the Rockets a couple days later and beat them in that one. That's what we're getting at in this one here. And then technically, I think the Memphis Grizzlies are a better team anyway. Positive news. We could be seeing Ty Jerome. He's currently questionable. He might be upgraded and actually play in this game against the Pelicans. That'll be a boost for them. Pelicans have been super inconsistent, and technically they had a little hot stretch there. Memphis and San Antonio, they surprised San Antonio in that one and then got blown out. Well, not blown out. They lost by 9 against OKC. All right. Still, this is a team where the Pelicans super inconsistent, and the talent on the side of Memphis I like a little bit more in this particular game. All right. So we're going to be taking the value of the Grizzlies. Give me them at a plus 2.5. For the total, I would lean towards the over 233, but I like the value for the Grizzlies on the road, a plus 2.5. Last but not least, here in Madison Square Garden, we have the New York Knicks 29-18 going against the Portland Trail Blazers 23-25. Looking at the current odds for this one, Knicks home favorites minus 285, comeback of the Trail Blazers at a plus 230, total at 227.5, and spread is at 7.5. Couple bet percentage here, 90% of the bets, 85% money on the side of New York. For the total, 65% of the bets, 66% of the money towards the over 227. And for the spread, 58% of the bets coming in on New York, but the sharps are slightly leaning towards Portland plus 7.5 in this one. Now, we want confirmation for the injury report on Deni Avdija. He is currently day-to-day. We're going to wait on news for him. And for the Knicks, we're waiting on news about Miles McBride and Josh Hart. Both are key players for the New York Knicks here. Knicks on a little bit of a winning streak after that rough patch, 4 games in a row. Big blowout win against Toronto was their last outing. Portland Trail Blazers had a little bit of a hot streak, and now a couple bumps in the road here against Toronto, Boston, and then Washington. All right, so this is a road game, a road trip that they're on. Going from Boston to Washington, now into New York here. Both of these teams are on the front end of a back-to-back. That's key. Could be a look-ahead spot for the Knicks. They got the Lakers coming to town. That's a big game, especially in Madison Square Garden. It's going to be highly televised as well, Peacock. And then for Portland has the front end and the back-to-back, and then they face, let me see, they face Cleveland next. All right, so not much of a rivalry. They are going to go back home, and that is a big thing there. But definitely, they want to get a win on this road trip before they're going back home, definitely. So this one here, I see a little bit of an angle, maybe a look-ahead spot for the Knicks. The values on the Portland Trail Blazers, I like how feisty they've been playing, despite the fact of this losing streak. This young core that they have with Deni Avdija, Jeremy Grant, Shaden Sharp as well. They definitely have some very special players there. Looking at the over-under, we got Portland and the Knicks. I know the Knicks is slow. Bottom half, 23rd overall, and then Portland should be like middle of the pack. Portland's actually top 10. Wow. See, I told you these young cats can score. Yeah, Portland is a dangerous team. The pace +7, offensive rating here. Portland and the Knicks. Knicks top 3 in the league in offensive rating. Portland bottom half, 21st. In defensive rating, the Knicks are not top 10. Now they used to be. That's with Tom Thibodeau, but not anymore. They're more in middle of the pack, right behind the Portland Trail Blazers. They're right next to each other in defensive rating. So I like the points total to be over in this one, over 227. Secondary play, main play +7.5 with the Trail Blazers. That's going to be our breakdown for the slate we got going on Friday. Let me know in that comment section down below if you agree or disagree. We can definitely debate about that one down in the comment section. I know I didn't go over every single game. There's like 3 more left. If you want full access to that, you got to click that link provided down below and get access to the Patreon. You click on that, you're going to get full access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes off 24/7. It's your boy Chef D. I'll be back very soon, and peace out.